I've often wondered why some men walk into a room and instantly capture attention, while others, good men, kind men, go completely unnoticed. Have you ever asked yourself that same question? It's not always about looks, money, or charm. The truth is, attraction runs deeper. It's tied to psychology, to the way we carry ourselves, and to the signals we send without even realizing it. So today, I want to share with you 7 powerful psychological keys that can change the way women see you. Keys that are backed by research, but more importantly, proven in real life. And let me be clear, this isn't about playing games or manipulating anyone. I've lived long enough to know that games fall apart. What lasts is authenticity, real connection built on respect and presence. Think of this video as a roadmap, a way to unlock parts of yourself that maybe you've been ignoring. By the end, you'll see that attraction isn't about being someone you're not. It's about stepping into the best version of who you already are. Stay with me until the end, because I'll give you simple, practical steps you can put into action today.
Let me tell you something most men overlook. Laughter is one of the strongest magnets in attraction. Think back to the last time a woman made you laugh so hard your guard just dropped. Remember how close you felt in that moment? The same works the other way around. When you can bring lightness and fun into her world, you instantly become someone she wants to be around. Now here's the trick. It's not about being a stand-up comedian. It's about playfulness, teasing her gently in a way that's respectful, never mean-spirited. For example, if she makes a clever remark, you might grin and say, "Wow, I didn't know I was talking to a secret genius. Now you're making me look bad." That little bit of humor shows confidence and creates chemistry without pressure. And don't limit yourself to dinner and a movie dates. Switch it up. Try bowling, try a salsa class together, or even go on a short road trip. New experiences spark laughter, and laughter creates memories. Those memories are what she'll carry with her, and they'll always be tied to you. So here's the question. Are you giving her reasons to smile when she thinks of you? If not, maybe it's time you start.
Here's something I've learned over the years. Women don't fall for promises. They fall for patterns. You can say all the right words, but if your actions don't back them up, the trust crumbles. And without trust, no relationship can truly last. Trust isn't built through grand gestures. It's built in the small, everyday moments. If you say you'll call at 7, then call at 7. Not 8:30, not the next morning. When you show up on time, when you follow through, you're sending a clear signal. You can rely on me. And that reliability is incredibly attractive. But it's not just about schedules. It's about emotional consistency too. Nothing makes a woman more uneasy than a man who's warm one day and distant the next. Think about it. If one day you're engaged and affectionate, and the next you're cold and withdrawn, she'll start wondering if she can count on you at all. Consistency says more than words ever can. It shows respect for her time, for her feelings, and for the connection you're building. So let me ask you, are your actions telling her she's safe with you, or are they leaving her guessing?
One of the most magnetic qualities a man can show is leadership, the ability to take initiative. You see, when you're decisive, you're not just planning a date, you're communicating confidence, direction, and responsibility. And let's be honest, that's what most women find deeply attractive. Think about the opposite for a second. Always asking, "So, what do you want to do?" It may sound polite, but after a while, it feels like you're putting the entire weight of the relationship on her shoulders. That doesn't create attraction, it creates fatigue. Instead, try this. Next time you're making plans, don't wait for her to carry the load. Say something like, "This weekend I found a new cafe I think you'll love. Let's check it out together." Notice the difference? You're not controlling, you're guiding her. You're showing her that you can lead, but you're also considering her enjoyment. Leadership isn't about barking orders. It's about being the man who sets a direction, who makes life feel more interesting, safe, and alive. When you step up like that, she doesn't just see you as a date. She sees you as someone she can lean on.
Let me share a secret with you. If you want to keep a woman intrigued, don't hand her the entire book of your life in the first conversation. Attraction lives in curiosity. When everything about you is out on the table too soon, the mystery disappears, and with it, much of the excitement. Think about the last time you picked up a great novel or watched a movie that kept you on the edge of your seat. You didn't love it because they told you everything in the first 5 minutes. You loved it because they revealed things piece by piece, keeping you hooked. Relationships work the same way. So how do you do this in real life? It's simple. Share just enough to spark curiosity, but hold back the details until the right time. Maybe you say, "I've been working on something pretty exciting, but I'll tell you more about it another day." That little pause makes her lean in, makes her wonder. And mystery isn't about being unavailable or playing games. It's about pacing, letting her discover your layers over time. When you do that, she doesn't just feel curious, she feels invested in the journey of getting to know you.
Here's something most men don't realize. Nearly 93% of communication is nonverbal. That means a woman often decides how she feels about you before you've even said a word. It's not just what you say, it's how you carry yourself. Start with posture. When you stand tall, shoulders back, chest open, you project quiet confidence. Compare that to slouching, head down, arms crossed. It sends the message of insecurity without you meaning to. Women pick up on that instantly. Then there's eye contact. Hold her gaze just long enough to show presence and interest, but not so long that it feels like a stare down. That balance, looking, then briefly looking away, creates warmth without pressure. A genuine smile is another game changer. I'm not talking about a forced grin, but the kind of smile that says, "I'm glad to be here with you." That alone can melt walls and make her feel at ease. And finally, mirroring. When she leans in, you lean in just a little. When she gestures, you respond subtly. This signals, often unconsciously, "I'm with you. I'm on your wavelength." Body language speaks louder than any clever line you could come up with.
If you really want a woman to feel something deeper for you, it won't come from smooth lines or flashy gestures. It comes from emotional connection. Physical attraction might spark interest, but emotions are what make her stay. So how do you create that connection? Start by asking questions that go beneath the surface. Instead of the routine, "How was your day?" try asking, "What was the best part of your day?" Or, "What's something that made you smile today?" Questions like these invite her to share her feelings, not just the events. And when she does open up, don't rush in with solutions. Sometimes the best thing you can do is simply listen and say, "That sounds tough. I can see why that would upset you." That moment of empathy makes her feel safe with you.
But connection is a two-way street. Share your own stories, even the vulnerable ones. Let her see the real you, the dreams, the struggles, the lessons you've learned. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's courage. Add to that some shared experiences, laughing over a silly adventure, working through a challenge together, and you'll build memories that bond you in ways words never could.
Here's a truth most men overlook. A man who has purpose, who's pursuing something meaningful, is naturally attractive. It's not because of the money he makes or the trophies he collects. It's because he carries an energy that says, "I know where I'm going." Women can sense this almost instantly. When your entire world revolves around her, it doesn't feel romantic, it feels heavy. But when you have your own passions, your own goals, you become someone worth discovering, someone she wants to step into the journey with. Think of it like this. Maybe you're consistent in the gym. Maybe you're writing that book you've always dreamed of, or you're building a business that excites you. Whatever it is, that fire inside you shows. It sparks curiosity. What drives him? What makes him so alive? And here's the best part. When you live with purpose, you don't have to sell yourself. Your life does the talking. You're not just a man looking for validation. You're a man inviting her into a bigger story. That's the kind of energy that not only attracts, but keeps a woman deeply interested.
So, let's bring it all together. We've walked through 7 powerful keys that can completely change the way women experience you. Being playful and fun, building trust through consistency, showing leadership and initiative, keeping just enough mystery, mastering body language, creating emotional connection, and finally, living with clear purpose. Now, I want you to notice something important. None of these are about manipulation or games. They're not about pretending to be someone you're not. They're about becoming the strongest, most genuine version of yourself, because that's what women respond to, not perfection, but authenticity. Remember this, you don't have to be flawless. You don't need to have the biggest paycheck or the perfect lines. What you do need is to be consistent, honest, and real. Confidence grows when you live your values, and attraction grows when you share that with others. So here's my challenge for you. Which of these 7 will you start practicing today? And if this video gave you value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who could use these reminders. And drop me a comment below. Tell me, which of these keys feels most important for you right now?